Hello, welcome to sunny Pensacola. My name is Lisa Venable. We are going to be working with a lady named Janine and her mother Jean today. And they're three dogs. One of them is a little Frenchie, little attitude guy, and he's the main one. And then two little Shih Tzus that are just basically along for the ride. Let's do it. All right, so this is Janine, and we have little Chetto and Bodie. And what are the
Rosie.
others? Rosie. Because Chetto likes to hike his leg all over the house, you're going to notice him wearing a belly band during part of this video, at least in the beginning. Belly bands are not a terrible option for these little dogs who want to hike their leg around the house. And then as soon as you get out, you take off the belly band so they can freely have the yard. Okay.
And then if I have people on that side of the fence, and he's got a little stubborn head to him.
All right, so generally what I would recommend, first of all, like I was saying, I will leave you with this. These little portable squirt bottles that you get if you do hire us for training here in Pensacola are a solid option if you have a dog that wants to do mildly naughty things, such as barking or hiking the leg if you catch them. The ones that we offer you has a nice industrial squirt head, so they squirt a long way. Another option is this Pet Safe Spray Shield, which you can get directly at Petco, PetSmart, and it's a pressurized citronella. And it actually goes quite a ways and makes a hissing sound. Totally mild, just a little more oomph than this. But they both will help with mild corrections. Consider them. It is okay to mildly correct your dog. In your goodie bag, you'll have another one of these. So you have one and your mother has one.
Oh, good.
Does your mother live here?
Yes, she does.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, she's with him all day long.
Okay.
And she likes us too, because otherwise my neighbor has 3 dogs and they're all good friends, but they like to bark at each other.
Okay.
And she doesn't like the barking. Where
No.
Jennifer and I, we just tone it out. They're being dogs.
Honestly, I agree with Janine's mother, Jean. I'm not going to let my dogs run back and forth across the fence barking at each other nonstop. It's not going to happen. I'm definitely going to interrupt it with the squirt bottle, the citronella spray. No way am I going to let dogs run back and forth barking just because they're dogs. Drive me a little nuts, so good job, Jean. So what we're about to get into, markers. Talking markers of bridge and target. And what bridge and target usually goes over is 3 or 4 components. And one of the first things that I like to go over with this very basic version of bridge and target is the command. Whatever it is that you're asking the dog to do. So let's talk about Chetto sitting. But let's just talk about the command sit and how we're going to help him understand what he's doing right. So we've got the command, which is sit. So here's Chetto. All right, and I'm going to be asking him to sit. The second part of that is intermediate bridge, but we're just going to call it an intermediate marker. All right, for me it's a little easier. We've got the command, and then you've got the intermediate marker, which in this case is going to be beep, 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 which is kind of like connecting the dots, letting Chetto know, or any of them, that you're on the right track. So it's going to be Chetto, sit. Then as his butt is going towards the ground, it's going to be going like beep, 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 the second his rear hits the ground. And he's completed the task, which is called a terminal bridge, but we're just going to say the completion of the task. All right, beep. So command, Chetto, sit, beep, 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 beep. The second his butt hits the ground. He gets a beep, and then he'll get a reward. Sometimes, not all the time, that depends on you, but sometimes he can get the treats. But at least it lets him know that he has completed whatever you have asked. That's one way to use it. This is definitely the simplified version of bridge and target. Also, he constantly tries to get up in our chair. So I'm going to be saying, Chetto, go to the floor, or in this case, the ground. Chetto, on the floor, on the ground, whatever. Beep, 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 as I'm sitting him down. And the second he has completed that, even because I've completely helped him. Complete assists beep. So that is one of the markers we're going to be using. Okay, that's one of the positive markers because you're completely helping him. Okay, Chetto, get on the floor. Beep, 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 beep. Perfect. Okay, Chetto, get on the floor. Beep, 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 beep. Again, Chetto, on the floor or ground, actually. Beep, 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 beep. Stay on the floor or ground. That's going to be one of the assignments that we work on. So does it make sense with the BBB at this point? It's a bit of an interim.
Yeah, it does.
It's great for coming when called, right? Because Chetto, here, boy, and when he's on his way, beep, 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 because he's doing it, right?
Rosie never comes to people this fast.
Oh, nice. Well,
Yeah.
because she's just been kind of like,
Yeah,
I'm not paying that much attention to her.
she won't go to anybody. It takes her months.
Oh, wow.
Person.
I am a dog person. Another is ch. That is a little bit more of a negative. You're doing something I don't really agree with. So instead of saying no, it's ch. And often that still comes with a squirt. Ch,
Rosie,
ch,
stop.
or whatever you want to do. But I still think that the markers work much better when there is a follow through that goes along with it, not just a marker. She likes to use her little beeper. That's fine. You know, the little electronic beeper. You're going to see her use it. But I think it would be much better if she used the beeper, give the beep, so it's a marker consequence with a squirt, that instead of just using the beep. Because in my opinion, just using the beep or the ch or anything without some kind of consequence, positive or negative consequence, it's almost like shooting blanks. What's the point? I don't know. So I've moved on to the next thing where I'm on the ground with Chetto, Bodhi, and Rosie, giving them some kisses. Wanting to see how they are with me. Our little Frenchie starts to escalate in energy, and whenever I'm bending down to show some affection, he starts getting a little edgy and a little dominant and too energetic. Watch what happens. Oh, I forget who I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with a Chetto.
He nibbles. His love is
So
nibbling
in my opinion, though,
nose.
right now, and maybe it's my fault, but did you see how he started escalating? So I'm like,
Yeah.
you're out of the game now.
Yeah.
Right. That's what the spray
Okay.
bottle's great for. Come here, come here. I'll invite you back in. Beep.
Yeah, they're quick, those little boxes.
Oh,
Little Frenchie.
I love everything about him.
Oh yes, they're ornery though. They are ornery.
Oh, they.
But-
Yeah.
But again, like as soon as I saw what I was doing was a problem,
Yeah.
I backed off.
No, he's just being Chetto.
He's just being Chetto, right? Like.
Yeah.
So I think one of the reasons dogs like me so well, I live in the moment and I never hold a grudge.
Yeah.
It's an immediate reset because that's what dogs do.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
they forget.
Yeah, you know, now there are exceptions because sometimes dogs do not forget and they will hold grudges against other dogs. But for the most part, as long as they love each other, they just go right back to doing whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
But I want you to take note of something. I squirted him. I gave him a little correction.
He's keeping boundaries.
They all are. As soon as I did that, the game ended. Right?
Yeah.
And so that's why anymore, especially, I am, you know, like when I'm in a teaching moment, I don't give corrections when I'm in it. Like in an obedience fun teaching moment, like when it's the game, right? Of either the free shaping game or the sitting game or the down game or whatever it is. I just consider it a teaching game. So I am not going to correct them when they are learning. But he started escalating.
Yeah.
He
He
did.
wanted his treat.
He was starting to be a little dominant SOB, just a little, right? So I was glad I had the squirt bottle right there at my hand, right?
Well,
Beep.
with him though,
So now that's for just a nice down. With him though, what?
I didn't see it as him being aggressive to you. His affection is, and I've allowed him to do that, he nibbles on my nose.
Okay, well, I didn't like the way it looked.
Okay, no, and I understand that.
You know,
but know
so
what?
like
So,
it's like this.
yeah.
Okay, so you understood it.
And I know him and you don't, and I
Right.
get it. So he's got to have that boundary that he can't do that with.
I wouldn't want him doing that to a kid.
No, no.
So like when it's just you guys, knock yourself out.
Yeah.
And again, I, being who I am, like I kind of feel like I have a sense for what's at
Could
least
be
what
a-
my boundary is going to be, right?
Or what could be a disaster. Yeah.
Right? So as soon as I felt like the energy was raising to a point where it could go south, I interrupted. Hopefully, you have learned enough to put some of this into use, like the simplified bridge and target. You ask for a command. If the dog's in the process of doing it, like Chetto, sit, beep, 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 the second the butt hits the ground. Chetto, down, if they're learning that. Beep, 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 the time that the body hits the ground. Or anything else. Chetto, on the floor. Take the dog off, beep, 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 set the dog on the floor. And the second he touches the floor, because he's on it, beep. I think it's great. Plan to use this. It's so simple. They can learn so fast. It's kind of like constant feedback. It's a brilliant tool. And the other one was just the markers with some of the negative stuff. If they're doing something you're not happy with, give them a little squirt with that ch-ch sound. If you give the ch-ch as you're squirting, or ch and then squirt, whatever it looks like, you're going to gain a lot more footing than if you just give the marker, the beep or the ch, without any consequence being either positive or negative. So I'm convinced you should follow through with whatever it is. And it doesn't have to be harsh. It doesn't have to be mean. When you're actually in the game of obedience, I don't give corrections unless it's something really that needs to be corrected. I just keep everything super light and airy. Hope this was enough for you to learn. Put it in action. Love you big.